I think it's probably the most beautiful place I've ever seen.
It definitely changed my perspective of poor. We're in Haiti.
We was having an earthquake.
Yeah, we are.
Whoa.
It is nothing like I have ever experienced before.
Home from Haiti, a News 13 special report. Here is Christine Webb.
The images of devastation and misery pouring out of Haiti in the aftermath of the 7.0 earthquake are truly bigger than words. They tell a remarkable yet disturbing story. However, before this real-life tale of horror emerged and poured into our homes, a unique story of hope and goodwill relating to the poverty-stricken nation began to unfold right here in Central Florida. A new missions group made up of about 40 members began a journey to Haiti. New Missions is a Christian organization that builds churches, schools, medical clinics. This trip, this mission, to deliver care packages to needy children. The group boarded a plane Saturday, January 9th, never knowing just days later their mission would change. I was part of that group, taking my first trip out of the United States, and it was my first missions trip. That alone made it a trip worth remembering. But I wasn't ready for what would ultimately change my life. First, encountering a place I could never imagine. It's been 200 years since an earthquake has rattled these majestic mountains. For 200 years, cattle have grazed undisturbed on the hillside. But even before the earthquake, the situation, dire. The word Haiti means mountain, appropriate for a country that faces so many struggles. Yet its people, so resilient, determined, singing their praise, trying to keep the feeling of hope alive. Haiti is the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere, a third world country. So bad, it's often considered a fifth world country.
I think it definitely changed my perspective of poor. It was a lot different than what I had seen, and it was just kind of a shock for me to see those people just kind of, sitting there and not having anything to do. They were just watching us.
In Boardmer, one of the poorest villages, 20 miles outside the capital, we walked the dirt pathways that linked neighbor to neighbor. For us, a path of realization. Mothers and daughters scrubbing laundry by hand in well water in wooden tubs. A lot of life is lived outside. Small children laying on the ground on a bamboo mat. Everywhere there are scenes of children taking care of children. These young boys set up a makeshift barber shop in the middle of the street. More than half of the Haiti population is 18 and younger.
Oh my God. And you'll see how the market spills into the street.
Nothing could ever prepare you. You can see pictures, you can see the video, but when you are actually here in person, it really just blows your mind.
The poverty even spills into the frantic streets of Port-au-Prince, Haiti's capital. Paved roads are a luxury. Most are crumbling. Rough terrain, cars going in every direction. And those who have cars are considered the lucky ones. It's frenzied and chaotic. Those without cars pack into these colorful vehicles called tap-taps. Tap to get on, tap to get off. We drive by the open market. Chickens, goats running around free. People lay their fruit on the ground. People walk everywhere. Women carrying large items on their heads. The images speak for themselves.
Welcome home. Yay! You're on the mission.
It's only about 20 miles, but after more than 2 hours on the road, we're finally there. The new mission's compound is on the Léogâne Plain, just northwest of Port-au-Prince, right on the beach. The mission is on this tiny pocket of protected land, untouched and so peaceful. Our goal is to love on people and to deliver shoeboxes.
Here you go. Merry Christmas. Enjoy.
Shoeboxes that many of you donated. Boxes stuffed with essentials, everything from clothes and toiletry items to toys. These children have nothing. They've never even received a gift before and are yearning for some love.
You say hi. You wave.
A highlight will be to meet the kids we're sponsoring, to learn more about their lives, their struggles, their joy.
The way that I'm gonna feel whenever they open that box that I put together, and I remember the things that I put in there, and I see their face, and I'm standing right in front of them while they're doing it. I think that's a feeling that you couldn't get any other way.
What do you think? I'm ready. Are you ready? Oh, yeah.
We would have to be ready, ready for the unexpected. Even in the midst of poverty, we quickly learned the Haitians have this unshakable determination, a soaring spirit. They are loving, gentle, curious, and very strong and determined to make the most out of the very least that they have. Right now, learn more about their culture as their faith helps them get through the worst. The power of music and praise is the strength behind the Haitian people. Religion is a major part of the culture here in Haiti, many practicing Christianity, but there's still a distinct vein of voodoo. Sunday morning, we're headed to Mbamper, another poor village just a couple of miles away from the compound. But before we go, we see kids gathering outside, all dressed up in their Sunday best. In the Haitian culture, it's extremely important to look their very best for church. Quickly, I'm captivated by this little girl with a big, huge smile who steals my heart and snags my glasses for a moment. She's just so cute and so filled with joy. Although we don't speak the language, we playfully communicate through gestures and laughter.
So we just got off the bus. We are in Mbamper. Basically what they do is they come into new villages that have a lot of voodoo, that have a stronghold here in the community, and they try and build up churches. So this church that you're about to see has just been built, but as you take a look, it's not what you see in America. Check it out.
This is a very simple structure held up by trees. Their language, French Creole. Hundreds pack into this little hut to worship God, sitting on benches, singing, chanting, and clapping their hands passionately.
I mean, I think they wonder why we do these things. You know, why do people do these things for us? And it's because of Jesus. And I want them to know that.
The children all behave and listen intently to the pastor. Then it's our turn for our group to share some thoughts and sing them a song. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. Then after church, it's playtime. And the American students get to know and play with the Haitian children. Remember, kids are just kids. It doesn't matter what culture or nationality they come from. Both are so curious about each other. It's that loving spirit, that resilience, and that faith that they will lean on for what is about to come. And still to come on our special report, Home from Haiti. The personal stories of survival, the reality of what happened, and later on, the dramatic rescue as we try to get home from Haiti. All right, it is day 2, and after this massive earthquake, I have to tell you that we are tired, but we are strong. We're keeping strong and we're keeping positive. I want to thank you for all of your prayers. Please continue to pray for us as we wait to get rescue to come home to you.
To see all of Christine Webb's video reports from Haiti, head to her special section at cfnews13.com. Plus, read her blogs from inside the devastation and click on the photo gallery to see the images she captured. You're watching Home from Haiti, a News 13 special report, only on Bright House Networks. Home from Haiti, a News 13 special report. Here is Christine Webb.
We're glad you're with us on this special report, Home from Haiti, as we continue to share some amazing personal stories of our journey. The 7.0 earthquake shook the entire nation of Haiti, its shockwaves reaching the Dominican Republic. It's a day I will never forget, filled with symbolism, hope, breathtaking moments, and unexplainable events. You are about to see firsthand what we went through, a paradox from sunrise to sunset.
Tuesday, the morning began bright and early, 4 a.m. on a dark and cold ride up to the mountaintop to watch the sunrise. Darkness turning to light. From high up on top, you can see the entire Léogâne Plain. Nothing but fields. It's quite a majestic sight.
This is incredible. Incredible. This is like truly the work of God. I feel like everything we do, I'm just speechless here because it's everything we do is just God.
Even at that time of the morning, some curious children from the countryside come to greet us. What are they doing up so early? They have no shoes and barely any clothes on.
Holy cow.
Hours later, we then take a tour of one of the New Mission's elementary schools.
This is Nadej Bertrand. My wife sent her to nursing school.
Nadej has gone through the New Mission schools. She is the face of hope, becoming educated, learning a career, striving to make change in a land where life appears stagnant. On this day, she acts as our tour guide, and to the children, inspiration for a better way of life. An inspiration you will later learn will have to continue to grow through lasting impressions and fond memories. For now, though, the children create memories, trying to impress us with some songs. Now late morning, we're back on the road, heading to schools to deliver more shoeboxes full of gifts. Just hours before the earthquake, we make our way to another New Mission school. The principal, Milo Francois, greets us warmly and prays over the children. I go in to take pictures, and amongst all the smiles and laughter, a teenage girl sits in the corner with her shoebox in her lap. She looks sad and lonely. Quickly, I rush over and motion for her to open up her box. She doesn't look at me, so I go to get an interpreter. Tell her she's beautiful. Tell her she's loved. I want a picture with her. We take this first picture, and as you can see, no smile. But I don't give up. We spend a little more time together, and suddenly I see it. This bright, beautiful smile lights up the room. She tells me her name is Rosalade, and she's 14 years old. We then hug and go our separate ways. After school and arriving back in the compound, one of the students in our group, the youngest, named Faith, got some really important news. Her sponsor child has finally arrived.
About to cry before. Oh my gosh.
These are some of the last moments before the earthquake. We were sitting around this table. Evelyn, faith-sponsored child, Evelyn's mom, an interpreter named Martha, and myself. We were all laughing, smiling, and joking. Faith was just about to sing us a song. But we heard a different sound. A life-changing, chaotic sound.
The giggle and laughter silenced. And in 14 seconds, our mission would change. Our journey sent on a new path. Our lives changed in just 14 seconds. The quake shook us from our reality just before 5 o'clock in the afternoon, January 12th, 2010.
We was having an earthquake.
Yeah, we are. Whoa. It was really scary, but I know that God is bigger, and that is giving me comfort.
Where were you at the time?
I was outside. I was actually doing an interview with some people from New Missions, and I had no idea what was happening. It was like the earth just started shaking, and I kind of fell out of my chair, and everyone was falling all over. And then someone said earthquake.
All right, so just probably about a half an hour ago, I want to let you know that we had a massive earthquake. We were inside at the time. Everything was shaking. We didn't know what was going on. So what we did was we actually ran outside, and you could actually see the split of the earth. Right now there's devastation everywhere. There is flooding everywhere, as you can see. So what we did was we actually gathered the troops, made sure that everyone was safe, and right now everyone at New Missions is safe. We've kind of gathered all of the necessary essentials that we need, and basically we're waiting it out.
But little did we know, we didn't have time to wait. With communication cut off and no cell service,
Please, just a few more.
We were virtually clueless to the extent of the damage or the tsunami threat. But then, a miracle. Suddenly, a flurry of text messages began coming in. Get out! Get out! Tsunami threat. We were right on the beach. We were told to grab some necessary items and do it quickly.
You know, living in Florida, I've never gone through an earthquake before, so not knowing exactly what to do, so just heading towards the door and almost falling out of the room, and so it was very life-changing.
I just kind of, called on what I knew was true, and immediately, Katie and I hit the ground, and we were right on that cement block. And we just started praying, and we were just praying throughout the whole entire earthquake.
Everyone raced to the truck to head to higher ground, but that meant leaving the safety of the compound, not knowing if we'd even be back.
As the truck took off, hundreds of Haitians gathered in the streets, many women rushing to give us their babies. It was a scene of desperation, chaos, which left us with uncertainty. In the darkness, we could only feel the truck grinding over debris and devoured roads, stopping continuously to ensure the path was safe enough for us to continue pressing on. All the while, hearing cries in the distance. Our final stop and our new home for the night, the New Missions High School. Dozens of Haitians also gathered on the property seeking safety. The building was not stable enough to go in. We would have to bunker down in the truck. Then, every 10 to 15 minutes, tremors began coming, one right after the other. You would hear a boom before the earth would shake. And every time, it shook us to the core. But here's the thing, in the midst of pain, in the midst of shock, a familiar sound began to emerge from the cries of help and sorrow. a sound we first experienced while visiting the Haitian church made of bamboo. Songs of praise, songs of worship to God, and it would continue all night long.
It was long and it hurt sleeping with a bunch of people, but we kind of experienced what the Haitians were going through.
Finally, at 4 o'clock in the morning, the tsunami threat all clear. We traveled back to the compound. We found flooding, cracked sidewalks, small cracks in the walls. The fresh water well was not pumping. But we are the fortunate ones. Miracles begin to happen.
Like with the well, it wasn't working, and lots of people prayed for it to start again, and I did too. And it was really cool for it to start again and start, having the water.
Some of our rooms were untouched by the 7.0 quake, giving us a safe haven. The same, though, cannot be said for nearby villages. After daybreak, a couple of us drive through massive devastation. The split of the earth, houses crumbled to the ground. One house in particular quickly grabs our attention. It's a known drug lord's house, now leveled. But just look above. White doves circling around the ruins. Images that speak volumes, especially since few flying birds grace the native skies. We continue on our way, the UN already mobilizing efforts, women standing outside their houses, not knowing what to do. Everyone in shock. Then we stop at one location that should have been familiar to me. I've been there before.
So we are about 5 miles outside the compound. We wanted to take a tour to see the damage, and it's just incredible. Everywhere you go, there is devastation everywhere. One particular place that we're at right now is heartbreaking because we were here yesterday. Take a look. We were here yesterday, just yesterday, delivering shoe boxes to hundreds of kids. And now, as you can see, it's completely destroyed.
Take a look again. This is the school before the earthquake, and now after. I get back to the compound and feel compelled to record this video diary.
Unless you really experience it firsthand, you really can't fully grasp it. It is nothing like I have ever experienced before. Even as a journalist, we cover fires, shootings, nothing of this magnitude. People just coming from the fields with their suitcases and their clothes. I remember last night, people wanting to hand their babies over, saying, please help me. Even today, we had numerous people come up to us, and it breaks your heart. People saying, please, please, please help me. And you just want to help them all, because they just have nothing. And it also makes you feel so blessed that here this catastrophic thing happened to all of us. And it makes you stop and think of how thankful and how blessed we all should be, and how life truly is so short.
After seeing all that destruction at a school we visited just hours before, we all began to wonder, what happened to the children? And 14-year-old Rosalade, who I met that day. What happened to all of our sponsor children and my child, Miracle? Are they okay?
So many stories to share, so many in need. After coming back from surveying the damage, the first person I see is Martha. She's the translator that was with us just moments before the earthquake, who rushed out with Faith and I and put her hands on us and started praying. We hugged and wept. I told her what a blessing she was, how much I loved her. God bless you, she replied. You are strong. We were inside at the time. Everything was shaking. We didn't know what was going on. So what we did was we actually ran outside, and you could actually see the split of the earth. And we can only imagine the devastation that is out there.
At breakfast that next morning, reality sets in as we begin to learn some sad news. Friends we made along the journey are now gone. Nadej, the nursing student we met in this kindergarten class that one of our group members sponsored to go to nursing school, has died. I begin to wonder about that precious little girl I met, my sponsor child, Miracle, how we laughed and played together. Was she alive? Was she okay? What about the teenage girl Rosalade at the school just hours before the earthquake? What happened to her? Milo Francois, the principal of the school we visited just hours before the earthquake, shows up on the compound. He walked more than 10 miles to get there. He asked for prayer. In his broken English, he tells us he's lost everything. My sister, he says to me, I've lost everything. My family, my house, but not my faith. Please, my sister, don't forget me. Don't forget the people of Haiti. We also learn our bus driver, Charlie, who took us from the airport to the compound, drove all the way from Port-au-Prince just to see us. He had lost everything too, his family, his home. But he risked his own life to make the journey, to find a way to us. New missions meant so much to him, he wanted to do whatever he could to help us and to protect us. It's remarkable when you think about it. These people have lost everything. Yet they're determined to help the mission that even before the earthquake breathed life into them and gave them hope.
It means a lot for me. We get food, we get stuff, books. They also take care of me and my wife, my children. We get married in New Mission Church. We are leadership in New Mission Church.
You're watching Home from Haiti, a News 13 special report, only on Bright House Networks.
David? Hello? Can you hear me, baby? How are you, baby? I'm okay, yeah.
Our emotional journey continues in Haiti as we try to reach our loved ones back in Central Florida. At the same time, we learn our hometown is doing everything it can to bring us back.
Mayor Richard Crotty has mobilized his disaster force.
But it takes the force of the military to bring us home. We continue on our remarkable journey when we come back.
Okay, so right now we are back at the compound. We have just arrived back from quite an emotional night, to say the least. Yeah, it was one of the hardest nights. We had to evacuate because of a tsunami threat. If you can take a look, we are so close to the beach.
To see all of Christine Webb's video reports from Haiti, head to her special section at cfnews13.com. Plus, read her blogs from inside the devastation and click on the photo gallery to see the images she captured.
The last 24 hours, no one could ever predict. We were actually talking about this earlier in the car. You know, you can kind of get a warning for a hurricane. You can kind of get a warning even for a tornado. But an earthquake, 14 14 seconds. In 14 seconds, all of our lives changed. All of our perspective changed, really and truly.
You're watching Home from Haiti, a News 13 special report.
In the days following the earthquake, we felt trapped. It was too dangerous to travel outside of the compound, both circumventing the devastation and with the potential of an uprise. Still, we did as much as we could to help the Haitians. Our supplies were dwindling and our food was limited. That is when we learned just how dire the situation was across the country and that we would need to be rescued if we were going to make it home anytime soon.
The reports that we're getting from the U.S. right now is that Port-au-Prince is a graveyard. There was one report of hundreds of thousands of deaths.
Oh my God.
The palaces collapsed, that the rich people's homes slid off the mountains, and so it's absolutely catastrophic in Port-au-Prince. So thank God we are where we are, and that we are safe here at the mission. Pretty much right now, the consolidated efforts that are taking place in Orlando is Mayor Richard Crotty has mobilized his disaster force.
In the meantime, we knew we had to help however we could. We got busy fast. One team helped clean and rebuild the medical clinic and repair any kind of structural damage.
Amongst all the damage and all the destruction, I want to show you a miracle. We are inside the medical clinic, and it is truly a miracle that this building is still standing, but there is much devastation. You have to check out, as you can see, there is a huge crack on this floor. The building is basically separated. And then if you come over here, I'm going to show you how people are living. People are living basically outside on the streets with tarps hanging up because they have no place to go now.
Important to get this medical clinic back up and running, as the need would now be even greater.
It's beeping, that's good.
Meantime, another team was working feverishly to get us home. It was tough not knowing, and being so far from home.
Please answer, please answer, please answer. Please answer. David? Hello? Can you hear me, baby? How are you, baby? I'm okay. I'm okay. Yeah. It's just so good to hear your voice. I miss you too.
Yeah, we're already packed. We love you too. All right, Brian. Love you, Nana.
Bye, Mom.
Love you, Poppy.
Reports that we're receiving right now, Tim Grossands and our office staff are emailing me. That's a Coast Guard plane.
Suddenly, we begin to hear planes. It's a Coast Guard plane. Quickly, we all run to the beach and try and signal that plane down. But that plane would not land today. Dashed hopes. But we were all determined to get home. It would not be until Thursday night we'd get the news. Special ops teams and U.S. military were coming to rescue us by helicopter in the morning. It's a top-secret operation. No one could say anything. It could jeopardize our safety. We were told to pack one small bag and leave the rest behind. The next morning, we wait patiently and expectantly. Then,
so Operation Rescue is about to begin. A special ops helicopter has just landed. Then another team, more helicopters, will be coming in with the military to come rescue us from this compound in Haiti.
And what they'll do is they'll send one line to one copter, one line to the next copter, one line to the other copter.
I do have mixed emotions about leaving here, but I'm excited to be home.
I don't know, everything's so emotional right now, it's just kind of hard to tell.
Suddenly, like something right out of a movie, a huge black helicopter descends. It reads Homeland Security. Then a spectacular sight that leaves us in awe. 3 Black Hawk helicopters flying in formation. They swoop in with a wind force that literally takes everything off the beach. The soldiers quickly jump out and rush to lead us to safety. As quickly as we get in, we take off. You can hear a pin drop, it's so silent. Everyone holding on, wondering what will happen next. We all watch out the window and fly over the devastation of Port-au-Prince. I look around, and everyone's eyes filled with tears. We love the people of Haiti. Our hearts are breaking. This is all so hard. We first land on the border of the Dominican Republic and Haiti. Now the soldiers seemed a bit more relaxed and took some time to give us hugs, answer some questions, and take some pictures.
And then we flew here to the border. It was just amazing seeing all the devastation, just shocking for you. We are going to fuel up here. We have about an hour helicopter ride to our next destination.
Our journey home was far from over. We still had an hour helicopter ride to Santo Domingo, and there was still no certainty on exactly when we would make our final leg of the journey to Orlando. The circumstances were ever changing, and there was always the possibility we could be bumped, of course, to make way for a military mission.
That mission did change. There were 2 injured people that needed to be transported immediately, including a nun who was in critical condition. Quickly, we all volunteer to do whatever we can. One of our team members is a nurse and volunteers to go and help the injured. We land at the U.S. Embassy base in the Dominican Republic. People rush to come get us. You're safe. You're safe. We have to file some emergency papers that we've been evacuated and rescued, and we wait for what to do next. Then, this huge C-130 Coast Guard plane arrives in. We're told to step away and make room. The injured are coming in, and we're told not to take pictures. A group gathers to pray. I stand there and can't move. We're all frozen. Tears began streaming down my face. We're so blessed, so thankful. Yet we know there are so many who have lost so much. Once the plane is emptied, there's a furious rush to get teams back inside that plane. These teams will be part of the rescue and recovery in Port-au-Prince. It's the last plane to go out for the day. And suddenly you hear, wait, one more team is coming. Will they make it? All of a sudden you hear, stop the plane, stop the plane. We all wait and pray. Moments later, the plane stops and the crew makes it on board. We wait for several more hours before loading onto a bus that will take us to the airport.
I'm ready to sleep in my own bed and use my own toilet.
Yes. Right back here. Do not go anywhere else, okay?
Okay.
Go.
We're going home. 2 hours.
Been busy. We've had a purpose. We've been
keeping our kids happy. We've been strong for them, and now we're headed home.
All right, so now we are 2 hours and counting. We are about to head on the plane from here in the Dominican Republic back to Orlando. It seems like it was far from reality, but now reality has finally come true. And there are many stories to share on this plane as well.
I'm so happy to take you home. Very happy.
Hi, thank you.
This chartered plane will also take dozens of Haitian Americans rescued as well, many who have their own stories to share. My friend Melanie and I decided to greet them, their faces solemn and in shock. One woman tells us she stayed at the airport for days before being rescued. No food, no water, and watching the bodies pile up. She is so grateful to be going home to Orlando. 11:44. Finally, the wheels touch down at Orlando International Airport. We're home. We hear from behind, Merci Jésus, Merci Jésus, which in French Creole means, thank you, Jesus. We go through customs and another security clearance before making our final goodbyes.
I am very glad to be home. I want to see my family, but I'm continuing to pray for all the people back in Haiti.
I'm really excited to see everybody right now, and I know that God has prepared us to give a big message today and for the rest of our lives. So
no one really knows what to expect. Finally, we see it. Wow, a sea of people with signs and banners just waiting to welcome us home.
There are so many people who helped out in this rescue effort to get us home. It's kind of bittersweet. There were times when we weren't sure if we were going to make it home. And yet there's so many people in Haiti who have lost their lives. It's hard because you left all these people. Oh, I'm totally changed. I'm not the same person that I left. There's no doubt about it. I'm not.
Is that good?
Hopefully for the better. Yeah. I mean, this trip taught me so much about myself, about how important it is to give to others, how much we can make a difference. I mean, I saw it firsthand.
It's good to have you back safe and sound.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be back, but I can't say thank you enough. I can't say thank you enough to everyone. Everyone, I can't say thank you enough. God is good. So now that we're home, the question is, what happens from here? Well, as for new missions, the organization will rebuild, constructing new schools and churches. That's the information we have for now. Many of us, though, are still trying to learn how our sponsor children are doing, or if they were among the tens of thousands of casualties. We may be back in the United States, but really our hearts are still with the people of Haiti. Taking the advice of our Haitian friend, Milo Francois. Milo, we will not forget you. We will not forget Haiti. And for the people of Haiti, they will continue to sing.
Mwen pa toune,
If you would like to see how Central Florida is helping Haiti and how you can join the relief effort, point your web browser to cfnews13.com and click on Central Florida Bands Together to Help Haiti. Home from Haiti, an exclusive News 13 and Bright House Networks production.